The Management Authority says outdated infrastructure at the Beitbridge border post remains a major challenge to their operations. Officials pointing to the layout and processing inefficiencies that continue to slow down movement, especially during peak travel periods. At the same time, law enforcement is tightening up their checks on the roadworthiness of buses and taxis to ensure commuter safety. Mweli Masilela is there and will bring us a live update next. Mweli, good morning. What's happening?
Good morning, Iman. Yes, indeed, we are expecting more travelers to still cross from the neighboring countries, Zimbabwe and Malawi. But looking at the current situation at the present moment, it's quiet compared to yesterday. But of course, officials still on the ground to maintain law and order and ensure that everyone who's coming through to the Beitbridge border post does have those required documents. But let's speak to the Commissioner of the Border Management Authority, Dr. Masiapato. Thank you very much for your time. Good morning. It looks like it's no longer a nightmare as it was yesterday. You had a lot of work to do, but today it's a bit quiet.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Mweli. Yes, indeed, comparatively, today things are a bit better. I mean, yesterday it was very much hectic. I think you saw how tough it was. We did over 100 buses yesterday, all in terms of aggregation. So on that particular basis, we still, retained around 22,000 in terms of the number that was also of the previous night. And we have been able to clear all those people that were here throughout the night. You'll remember that the queue for the pedestrians was running up to the pedestrian bridge, So overnight, we've been able to clear all those buses and we cleared all of those people. Now, the people you are seeing now today here are the people that arrived this morning, probably around 3 to 4 and all of that. And we are now starting to clear them out. And on that basis, we're expecting that the week will then start to stabilize until we pick up as we go towards the weekend.
And then looking into today, what can we expect? Perhaps are we expecting more people in the afternoon, or we've reached the peak already?
Yeah, maybe before I refer to that, let me just also indicate, Mweli, that as much as we did over 22,000 in terms of processing, we have also been able to intercept around 97 individuals that were attempting to enter the country illegally, and that was outside in terms of the vulnerable segments, and we actually were assisted by the drones. The most important thing, in the midst of all of that, we also had 2 facilitators that we arrested. The 97, we had to deport them, and only the 2 who are facilitators, we got to open a case for aiding and abetting, and as we speak, they are with Musina Police Station. So that is one other aspect of the work that we do. In terms of our expectation today, yes, I will say that we consider yesterday to have been the highest peak in a way, in terms of the volumes that we had to deal with, and now we are expecting the numbers to start slowing down. Today being Monday into tomorrow, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. And then we expect that from Thursday into Friday until into Sunday, we'll then have our second peak. And on that basis, we will be processing people almost, I will say, the biggest peak will be this coming Sunday. And then from there, we'll do the last peak on that other coming Sunday of the next week.
So looking into your work, we can't expect frustrations, because yesterday there were mixed views. There were those who were saying that you are doing a good job in terms of the work on the ground, but also there were those who are saying that they are not happy with the processes.
Yeah, you see, I think one of the things that is very much real is about how people would express themselves. People express themselves differently. I mean, for instance, you can talk to somebody who is on the queue and that person says, I've been here for 2 hours. You speak to somebody behind them, they tell you, I've been here for 2 days. So those are the kind of complexities. So indeed, in terms of the people's experiences, they will be always different. But from where we sit, we continue to do our best in terms of the office space that we have, but also the human resources that we have, and make sure that everybody is effectively processed. But I think the most important part, something that is not done in other jurisdictions, is that in other countries, like other people will compare, they will say, but on that country, we just moved quicker. It's because they only do one thing. They do immigration, just stamp a passport, and that's it. But for us, we have to do some bit of security check in the process. So we do port health for infectious and communicable. We do immigration. In that process, we check if somebody is wanted or not. And thirdly, we do agricultural biosecurity to make sure that they're not carrying anything that we don't want in the country. All of these things put together is what sometimes people will see as frustration. For instance, when people get here with a bus, they have to get out of the bus, everybody must pick up their bag. They must go to a scanner. Those bags must be scanned so that we understand and know what people are bringing into the country. These are the processes that are required of us by law, and we have to implement them accordingly.
And then, Doctor, if you can also tell us in terms of the other ports of entry, especially Lebombo, how are things looking? Are they hectic as it was here at the Beitbridge border post?
Yeah, so indeed, firstly, I want to indicate that the top port in terms of the past 24 hours, in terms of the numbers facilitated, is OR Tambo. And by the way, they've also broken any of their record in terms of the exit leg. They've just done over 31,000 yesterday, just in the past 24 hours. And they are followed by Lebombo. They did 27,000 yesterday. And of course, the third one is here in Beitbridge, which is around 22,000. So that is how the picture is looking like. And up to this point, everything is going according to plan. The good thing about Lebombo as we speak is the fact that our immigration officers are working from the Mozambican side at kilometer 4, and all the small vehicles are diverted there together with passenger vehicles, and they are processed there, so that when they arrive at the port, there is no any congestion. They are able to walk through into the country. However, normal pedestrians, we process them still at the port at Lebombo. So I've just been talking to General Chilembe, who's deployed that side. He did confirm that everything is going according to plan.
All right, Commissioner, thank you very much for your time. That's Commissioner Dr. Michael Masiapato giving us an update in terms of what is happening at ports of entry. They'll continue to monitor the situation, but as we have heard from him, Iman, he's saying that they will consider probably yesterday being the peak in as far as traveling between Zimbabwe and South Africa is concerned.
And it's good to see the real-time coordination between authorities on this side and the other side of the border as well. Mweli, thanks for the update. We'll check back with you a little bit later on.